Kyle here from allmediareviews.blogspot.com. It dawned on me at one point, I don't think I've ever really done an official or videos about the 45s I have, specifically the 7 inches. Not all of them, at least. I did Marillion and some others, and some of these I've probably shown before, but I've consolidated a lot of them. So I'm going to show mostly 7-inch 45s, a couple other items that were with them when I moved. Actually, the first couple items I'll show first that aren't 45s exactly. So, alright. Let's see here. I have the Garden. This is a Rush record store day item, I think. Yeah. Picture disc. I guess that you could say this is a 10-inch, which isn't really a 45, but it's a studio version from Clockwork Angels, you can see. And then the live version on the tour. So, cool artwork. I don't remember what year this was. It would have been, let's see, 2013. No, it was later than that. What year record? Because I think it was a record store day item. So, yeah, it's keeping saying 2012 and 2013. I think it was after that, but I'd have to look it up. Anyway, The Garden's one of the best songs on Clockwork Angels, and like the last song they ever did. It's kind of fitting and sad at the same time. It's a wonderful piece. So then I did a Queensryche video many years ago. This is with my 7-inch 45. It's Queensryche case, which I'm not even sure if this is actually 45s. I know I bought this whole, someone's old Queensryche stuff, which had tons of promo stuff and a lot of vinyl. No, it does have one 7-inch actually, which is Silent Lucidity, which I think I actually have photos and stuff like that. Jeff Tate. Michael Wilton, is that Chris DeGarmo? Right? Yeah, that's Michael Wilton. Eddie Jackson. Members of Queensryche. There's DeGarmo, the member who's not with, the one who's key. There's Tate, and then Scott Field. And these like imprints or something like that. I don't know. It's hard to even see that. But yeah, Silent Lucidity, their most well-known song, and even though it was played a lot on the radio, it's got the Mission live on the B-side. It's still a great song. It's not my favorite Queensryche song, but it would certainly be in my top 10, maybe in my... I tear up when I hear it. As much as I have reservations about Queensryche now, even though a lot of people love the new singer, Todd De La Torre and everything like that. Yeah, so, I mean, this is one of a bunch of stuff that I got that one day a few years back, like 2012, 2013, which I found out was not incredibly rare among the Queensryche fanatics and the collectors and stuff. So, but for someone who's sort of a fringe fan, who was a bigger fan at one point, it's nice to have more than just the standard studio albums. So, and then the other one is the Migrations Annex, which I think I showed in the Deer Hunter. This is from the Deer Hunter. The Deer Hunter vinyl, which I need to probably do an update, and I should probably do my CDs. You do like 2 parts of the Deer Hunter, do one epic video, and I don't know if that's Casey's signature. It kind of looks like it. I'm going to assume it is, but which I've contended, while I like the Migrant album, which came out in 2013, that a lot of the best music from this period I think is from this, like extra mini box set of 7-inch singles. So Dig Your Own Grave, Middle Ground, Like Crazy, Old Demons. That Old Demons is a favorite of mine and many others. Fanatic. I think they're just standard black. Yeah, just the standard black. But yeah, I mean, this was right after the Color Spectrum had come out, so and all those came out, which I have those on 10 inches, and I showed those again. That would be on the. I did a special. I did another. The Deer Hunter video, vinyl, the Deer Hunter. I'd show all my CDs maybe too. And this thing doesn't want to... But yeah, this is, let's see here, Owls, which is a great tune, and Love, rather. Actually, the cool thing about this is there's like a write-up on every one of these songs in this special Migrations Annex extra box set of mini box sets from the Deer Hunter. Okay. And I'll admit that while I've been on Rate Your Music for well over 10 years, I haven't used Discogs.com that much, but I'm now starting to try to use it a little bit, and I'd be curious on the value of something like this. But just to see just to add to my collection. I know you can add stuff in there, and then they can give you sort of an appraisal of your collection. But I didn't realize there was all these write-ups about these tracks and why they weren't included on the Migrant album itself. But anyway, so now I'm just gonna get to as many of the 7 inches as I can. I don't know if I'll be able to do them all today because this could be kind of a long video. I may have to do this in 2 parts, but I do have the Record Store Day version, which, you know, I could go for an original of See Emily Play from Pink Floyd. It's in pink vinyl. This is definitely heavy. This is like 180 or 200 gram because you can tell it's much thicker. Which the B-side is Scarecrow. You know, the one that one was released in whenever that was, 67, 66 or 67, or maybe it was. Let's see, what year does it say? They're trying to make it as retro and original, like a remake. It was 67. But See Emily Play and Our Lane are sort of the 2 key tracks in my mind, and then included from that period. But there's some others, you know, that ended up on like Relics and stuff like that, and different versions of Piper That Gets at Dawn. Yeah, this is very much of like when they were selling the singles, they remade like the ad for it or a poster. So I love the early Pink Floyd and the pre-Dark Side stuff especially. I also love Animals. But all right, so now I'm gonna get down just to the stack. Again, I don't know how many of these I'm gonna get to, but I'll do as many as I can before it gets to be too late. So this is one of my most prized ones, and I showed this I think in my rarities videos. My Apes and Androids, Golden Prize, and Riverside 7-inch, which I think this is colored also. Yeah, it's like a teal, purple teal, you know, but love Apes and Android. Again, it's long overdue to do a special video about them. I will do one soon, but you know, priorities and stuff and just what you feel like doing. So what this is right here, this is Mother Falcon, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, their song Dirty Summer and Alligator Teeth. Yep, MF. Which is kind of funny. I love the Family Crest, but I would have found out about them, but I found out about them from going to see Mother Falcon, because I knew Mother Falcon. If Mother Falcon, one of their CDs ended up at Cafe Radio, and then I checked out this chamber band, really liked it, and that's what Mother Falcon are, for the most part. Chamber, the big, like, you know, like 8 to 10 piece. 192 out of 1,000. There are only 1,000 of these. But Dirty Summer, well, I do remember when that came out. It's a little later one of the more recent Mother Falcon albums. They put out like 3 or 4 albums since I became a fan. But I want to say 2013, so it was like a year or 2 after that, because that's when I was still at the radio station. That was in the early 2010s. So anyway, this just goes back a long time. I've had this since I was in grade school. Bon Jovi's Bad Medicine and In the Shade. I didn't buy this, but at least I would have bought it recently. I'm not a huge Bon Jovi fan, but you know, for nostalgia, I don't hate Bon Jovi the way that some people kind of do, but yeah, I remember having this when I was a kid, so I never got rid of it. Let's see here. Subterranean Masquerade. I think I did a video showing this. I think I got 2 copies because I know I got sent a promo. I remember I talked about. I have a Subterranean Masquerade video I made, but this is their song Home, and then Beyond the Pale, the B-side, which is if I'm not mistaken, it's a cover. It might be, or no. Yeah, I think it's a cover from the band Mission UK. And this, of course, still had Paul Coor as the vocalist from New Member's Doom, but I can't remember if both these are the same color. I think one of them might be white. Like I said, I've got this in. So some of these I have shown before, but you know, a lot of them I have not. And these aren't in alphabetical order. I need to maybe do that. But this is like a brownish. I really love this song, Home, and in fact, if I had to choose go-to songs from Subterranean Masquerade since they sort of came back the last 5 or 6 years, Home would be at the top of my list. I don't remember if the other one, because I know one of these is like a promo, because I won it in some contest. I explained it on that video many years ago. But Subterranean Masquerade, sort of the, well, now that you'd call them like the Middle Eastern metal, progressive metal, but you know, I always call it like not death rock, progressive death rock, because they use a lot of saxophone. So, but they weren't always metal. Their vocals, the screaming vocals, of course, were or are of the metal stuff, but their actual sound sounded more vintagey, less metal. So let's see here. Yeah, I think this is just a standard black. Maybe this is the promo. I can't remember. I would guess, yeah, the one that's colored isn't the promo. So yeah, if you haven't heard the earlier Subterranean Masquerade, you just heard the new album, which is good. Definitely check this out. Check out Suspended Animation Dreams, their debut album. Let's worry about this later. So, Jane's Addiction, the Mountain Song. I remember getting this. I was, I'm a Jane's Addiction fan. Not enormous, but I've got a few rare items for them. Their 80s or late 80s, early 90s stuff. The stuff they've done the last, the couple albums and the stuff. I didn't mind Porno for Pyros either. That wasn't bad, but this has Mountain Song. This is the Mountain Song single, and then Standing in the Shower Thinking. Of course, the band Ocean Size in some ways took their name from Jane's Addiction because Jane's Addiction has a song called Ocean Size. But yeah, and part of collecting 7-inch singles for me. Oh, what's this? Is getting the artwork. Oh, it's a Cabinet of Curiosities. 3 CD, 1 DVD box set. I wonder if. So this is obviously a little more recent. I'm thinking this is like maybe the 7-inch from when the album came out and whenever that was, when Mountain Song's off of, I think it was off Nothing Shocking, which came out I think in like 88. But I don't know. I guess maybe they were issuing some of their singles, or maybe whoever. I don't know. That was around the time that CD was starting to become popular in the late 80s. Cryptodeer. I did show this, and I got a thank you from East of the Wall. East of the Wall guys, Cryptodeer. The cover of Nick Drake's Riverman. So let's see here. A note from them. Yeah, I remember when I did a video and showing some of this stuff. So that's why these are kind of. It's a blue. East of the Wall put out a few records I really like, and I've got some of their full lengths. Cryptodira, honestly, I never checked out. I don't know if they were like more of a straight prog metal or post metal, post rock, or if they were more death metal. To be on like a split EP with East of the Wall, but yeah, I saw East of the Wall live 2 times and kind of. Bonded with those guys a little bit, Their album, The Apologist, I love, and then Farmer's Almanac. Those are the 2 that. The other ones they've put out. Yeah, this is the problem with these, is that sometimes the cases are so wide that they don't fit. They end up tearing the case. Let's see here. Styx. Found this one used. Sing for the Day, which I think this is off of Crystal Ball, but I can't remember. The mid to late 70s Styx, while I enjoy most of those albums, I don't know all the track lists by heart. Tommy Shaw wrote this, Sing for the Day, and then the B-side, it's just, there's just like 2 versions. I don't know if one's a radio edit. Oh, this is off of Pieces of 8, actually, Sing for the Day. It had the artwork, so that was part of the motivation for buying this, and, I paid $0.25 for it, so it's not in bad shape. Yeah. Not in terrible shape. Which is a lot of what you get when you're collecting, you're looking for 7-inch singles. Yeah. So Typhoon, I never opened this thing up. I never got around to opening some of these. Typhoon I've talked about, and I need to do more on them. I finally listened to Sympathetic Magic, their new album from this year, and I guess there's some good moments on it. That's probably the best I can say about it. I can't say I'm in love with it. I did my mid-season list, and I hadn't really spent enough time with it to know. Now I kind of have. But this single, digital download, got an NPR. This is high quality. The Typhoon song, Common Sentiments. That's what it is in green. Typhoon is like Mother Falcon, or Anathello, or Polyphonic Spree. They're like a chamber rock band with, in their case, there's like a typhoon of people. Kyle Morton's the one main guy in the band who writes a lot of the songs, and he's the lead singer. But they've got this just ensemble, large group of people. There's nothing on this, just that. There's no like special, it's not even labeled. And I'm not even sure what year this came out. I'm not sure if this was released. This is it's got a download card. It probably was released individually. It probably was on no album, but this is not what I'd call. I should try downloading this. This is not exactly an ideal case for a record, but cause this thing is like I don't know if that's intentional, but anyway. Courtney Yasmine, local Minnesota musician who I've been a fan of for a long time. Namely when she played with Dean McGraw and then some of the stuff after that. But Red Letter Day Unplugged, the A-side Stupid With Your Love, Cleaning Crew, and Friend of Mine, Red Letter Day. So I don't know if this is like... Well, it's a red record too, which is neat. It's got a picture of her there, I think. Like a clear red. Almost like a raspberry. Looking at it doesn't really show on the light doesn't really... But yeah, I mean, she's a singer-songwriter. She covered Hallelujah among many songs, but she's done a lot of original music. Some of her music's kind of had a U2 element to it, but a lot of it's more singer-songwriter. She has a song called I Was Married to Bob Dylan, so she's obviously a fan of Dylan, among others, but when she played with Dean McGraw, it was like, I totally got won over by her, and that was like 20 years ago that I was going to see her and Dean. I probably saw the two of them together, I don't know, a dozen times maybe, or a little bit less than that, and then saw her solo, because, Dean's a busy guy, and he wasn't always able to play with her, and for various reasons. Yeah, so, I sadly have not, and she played one on the stage recently. I've seen her one time in the last like 3 or 4 years. It's been a little bit hard, but I'm not sure what this is. A CD that was within this stuff. This might be like a Small League Sing Ships. I'm not sure. I'll have to listen to this. It's one of those weird cases. It probably was with a vinyl that I bought. Oh yeah, maybe that's what this is, because this is Small League Sing Ships. Dancing Devil, the A-side from their last record, their full-length record. And side B is Cross Chatter. And I think I probably showed this when I got this, because I think I got this with... Why am I blanking on the last studio album? Polaroid People was the EP, but I think this is Clear. So I don't know. I'm not sure if that CD that I had with it... this is like like a splatter, clear splatter. The one that I showed in the video for the prog rock, vinyl from 2017. But Small League Sing Ship's supposed to have a new album coming, but they have a lot of records that I still love listening to. Dancing Devil, one of the better songs on that record. But why am I spacing on the title? I feel bad about that now. Anyway, so what is this? Rush, Closer to the Heart. This must have been this 40th anniversary. This is another record store day item, maybe? Might have been. Because maybe it was 2018, because 40 years from 2017 rather, because from 77 when Farewell to Kings came out, and then they released this maybe as a single that same year. A little bit like the See Emily Play thing. They maybe tried to reproduce it a little bit. And it has like this special little ring or something like that. I don't. Oh, this is to play it at a 45 versus a 33 and a third or whatever. 33 and a third. Am I right about that? Close to the Heart, and then the B-side is Madrigal, which is a huge deal. I love that tune. But then again, I consider Farewell to Kings a perfect record, so one of whatever Rush has, I consider 2 or 3 of their records perfect, but their whole catalog, especially beginning to Presto, is like almost untouchable. But, well, in the interest of time, let's see if this will take me Closer to the Heart. Yep. Well, yeah, in the interest of time. So, let's see, what's this next? This is one I think I got when Umbrella Records, Choi Lin and White Sheet Beach from the band Fishing. I think this came with the Small League Sing Ships Dancing Devil single. Yeah, and I've never listened to this, so I'm not sure what kind of music it is. Might be like Small Leagues, might be kind of post-rocky, or it might be just your standard folky, indie, college rock stuff. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, we got this on Record Store Day. Another one, Brain Cell Surgery, the EP. That's what this is. And of course it opens up. And I think showed it probably on a Record Store Day video a few years ago. But yeah, one of the neater Record Store Day items I picked up over the years. I mean, probably buying this mainly for the cases, actually getting the record and how it sounds, which is silly. It's a clear, you know, excerpt from, it's just excerpts from Brain Cell Surgery, the album, which I think did come out in the 70s originally. It's got like, I can show the track list right there. First impression, second impression, still you won't turn me on, Toccata. Like it's a sampling going through the record. Doesn't have, you know, Carnival 9 though, doesn't look like, maybe. Which is probably the part, the thing I think of Brain Salad Surgery the most for, but anyway, one of the more unique, just 7 inches and records I've bought on Record Store Day. Let's see if I can get this back in. Again, the challenge with vinyl and these cases, I'm going to have to pass on that. So, I probably showed this in my Marillion video. This is a UK pressing of Incommunicado 7-inch from 87. Going Under is the B-side, which is... That's just part of the whole suite, really, to me. I mean, but good piece. And Incommunicado, of course, is one of their popular... This has a few fingerprints, unfortunately, on it, but... this is one of... I need to tally it up, but one of whatever... Not 8 or 9 of the 15, 16, 17 Fish era singles, but I got that at a Garter record a few years back. Falcon Arrow, the local band, you know, and I saw them live once with another band, and then the records ended up at what ended up being Solstice Records was I forget the name of it originally, because they were friends with the owners and stuff. But yeah, Falcon Arrow, a local band who I bought some music and listened to music from, but if you ask me to describe their music, I can't. I don't know if they're really... I guess they were kind of prog, but honestly, I wouldn't know. I haven't listened. I haven't spent enough time, and it looks like they're actually... This is all instrumental. Interesting. So there's one indication. Maybe they're jazz influence. I don't know. So another Rush one right here, Spirit of Radio. I don't have any artwork for this, unfortunately. The Spirit of Radio, I don't know if it's just the same on both sides. This is probably an original pressing from 70 or from 80 when Permanent Ways came out. I don't know if this was like an advance. Yeah, 1980. Yeah, I mean, all you guys like the Buildings. You know, it's on Mercury, so. And here's another one from. I had a bunch of Rush ones. This is New World Man. I have. The artwork on this one, this is a promo. I paid a little bit of money for it, but New World Man's a great tune. The B-side is just New World Man again. I don't know if it's an edit. Sometimes they would just literally put the same... They put both, like the identical version on both sides, so... Here's the case where they did that. Yeah, I have a bunch of Rush singles too. You'd see them once in a while. I don't have as many Rush as I have Marillion, but... So here's another Record Store Day item, Side by Side. Let's see here. I think this is where you had 2 bands secretly doing songs, but you don't know what you're gonna get. And I think Rush was involved with that. Love and Rush, yes. 7 and 7 is so. I think Rush may have covered this Love song. I think that's what it was. I don't know. I remember when this came out, it was kind of an interesting deal, but there wasn't as much discussion as I would have figured about it. And, you know, this was like 2012, 2013. Actually, this says 2004. So maybe, 7 and 7 is, this was maybe included on Feedback. I can't remember. It was like a B-side from Feedback. All I know is it was like 2 bands covering songs. They weren't their own, I thought. That was this side-by-side idea, and it wasn't just Rush, or there was other ones that were done with Rush, and this has Love. So, alright, and then one of a couple different, I don't have to be showing them all today, Mars Volta, A Plague Upon Your Hissing Corpse, was a song from Delos in the Coratorium that got taken off. I think it might be on the box set that came out. Remember, 141 out of 300, so... I may not have like authorized first pressings or whatever, the new versions of Deloused and Francis, but I have something that's somewhat rare. You know, your the tens, hundreds of thousands of the Mars Volta vinyl collectors, or people that bought the vinyl, you know, the rare people that did get the vinyl that just came out the box that don't necessarily have this. So, unfortunately, though, at some point I hopefully will get more of the Mars Volta stuff on vinyl. I'll have to pay an arm and a leg for it. And the band Annuals, Fair and Swing Low. I think these are also two songs. This came out 2007, so I don't think this is from their debut album. I could be wrong, but I think at least Fair might be from just a B-side, but it's a white vinyl. Annuals, I'll have to do a video about them at some point as well. Good band from North Carolina that uses synthesizers, and they're all Yes fans. Unfortunately, they kind of ended or disbanded about 10 years ago, but their first two records especially were neat, and like seeing them live, they did the group drum jams. They were like one of 4 or 5 or 6 bands that I saw often within about a 5-year period that did group drum jams. So I don't know, let's see here. I'm having to watch the time a bit. I think I'll grab a couple more and then save the rest for a second video. Yeah, okay. I have a lot of Marillion in here. Let's see. Is it? Yeah, maybe I'll end with I got a bunch of XTC, another Typhoon record. Okay. So what is this? Foals, Rain/Daffodils. Again, probably another Record Store Day item because I've kind of made it a habit of buying 7 inches on Record Store Days. But in the year again, that's the thing. A lot of times with 7-inch singles, if they're not from albums, they're not well known from albums. They're often songs you don't necessarily know because you don't know them as well as the album, unless you follow the band religiously. It came out in 2016, so it would have been around the time of What Went Down. But I'm not sure. Again, interesting artwork. Whether that came out, whether those were actually on What Went Down, off the top of my head. From what I remember of What Went Down, I don't remember neither of those songs. So maybe those are just separate singles that didn't make the album. Sometimes it does say on the back, though, but it says, yeah, no. Not that I can tell. So, okay, so South. South is a band from England, sort of post-Britpop or Britpop that did a few albums, but really there's only one album I like from them. Called With the Tides, and this is from the With the Tides period, so I bought this. But again, and I haven't listened to that album With the Tides in many years, so I couldn't even tell you if this was on the album. You know, and I'm not even, this thing is jammed in here. I'm not sure. Again, the challenge with this, do I want to rip the case? No, I don't want to rip the case. So I guess it's showing the actual record, and even the point that I can listen to this. It's gonna happen, I guess. So yeah, I mean, I guess they're sort of Britpop. I mean, but I would say like a band like Doves. I like a little more. I like more, definitely. But again, South. You know, they have the one With the Tides album. I enjoy probably about 60 to 65% of that. It's kind of a psychedelic Britpop, kind of proggy in some respects, but you know. So this is I think this is around the same because the cover is very similar. Double Dragon music, and the song is "Loosen Your Hold." Well, there's 3 songs: "Too Much, Too Soon," and "Estimation." Again, at 2003, I think that might have been the year that With the Tides came out too. So Leonard Cohen and Jeff Buckley. Well, this would have been saved for my Jeff Buckley vinyl, but I guess I'm showing it now. I guess I could re-show it at that point, just as part of the collection. Among the you know, dozens of items that have been released posthumously from Jeff Buckley's estate, and his mother largely having to do with that. I feel like this video is largely just Record Store Day items. 7-inch singles, 7-inch 45s from Record Store Day, but yeah, this is Hallelujah and Hallelujah. Which, you know, I suppose my feeling about Hallelujah is it's still a good version. I don't like Leonard Cohen that much. He's more like a speaker, but the fact you're pairing the two up and the two most famous versions is interesting. So Leonard Cohen and Jeff Buckley, Hallelujah. And the 84, that was 84 when Leonard Cohen released the original. So the receiving end of Sirens, Bell and the Candle and the Race. And I can tell you for a fact that these two songs were not actually on either of the two receiving end of Sirens albums. I do remember when this came out. It might have come out with the reissue, the vinyl issue of Between the Heart and the Synapse. I'm not sure. Receiving End of Sirens is Casey Crescendo of the Deer Hunters' first band, in effect. Recorded in 2003 at Camp Street. So this is before they probably even recorded it. Recorded the Between the Heart and the Synapse. If they'd even written a lot of the Between the Heart and the Synapse stuff. Because Between the Heart and the Synapse came out in 2005. But yeah, this must have been material that, I don't know, wasn't ready for it or whatever at the time. So, The Police, King of Pain, with someone to talk to. I'm not sure if Someone to Talk to might be just a B-side, not a... King of Pain, of course, is on the Synchronicity album. And of course, this color scheme on this 7-inch single is very much like Synchronicity. Synchronicity would be my favorite Police album. I think it's their best, but I can't remember. Someone to Talk to might be just a B-side, which if gun to my head, if I had to tell you what it sounds like, I'm not sure I could. Even though I love Synchronicity, I don't think it's on that album. Okay, no artwork on this one. Yes is Wondrous Stories and it's just the same version or maybe an edit vocal. Oh, one's mono, so I guess that's some of the vocal version mono. I don't know that's what it is, but this is from 77 or whatever on time. What's it called? Going for the One came out. Yep. Janelle Monáe's Dance Apocalyptic, Queen and Dance Apocalyptic, black and white. It's kind of nice with this. This case is nice. This is probably, this is a pretty thick, like 180 gram, but it's a nice case, and it's, I wish there was artwork, but it's a black and white split. From 2013, around that time. I'm not sure if this was actually issued later. No, it says 2013, when her second album, Electric Lady, came out. Let's see here. This is Black or White. Here's the Kevin. Michael Jackson's Black or White instrumental. Now I don't know if his name actually is included on this, but Kevin Gilbert actually engineered this. Along with was it Bill Bortrell, I think, but not that I love Black or White. It's not a bad song. It's catchy, but it has Kevin's engineering work. Kevin Gilbert. Genesis, Your Own Special Way. Yeah, and again, this is the mono version and the stereo version. I don't remember. I paid $1.50 for this. Probably a cheapo. Later period. This is from... Is that off of the Mama album? I can't remember. No, 70. That was much older. So this is still the 70s Genesis. So that's from... It's probably from Wind and Wuthering. 76, if I'm not mistaken. Wind and Wuthering or Trick of the Tail. So Sugar Mice from Marillion. Now you're getting some more of the Marillion. Sugar Mice radio edit. This is a picture disc. There's a radio edit on this side. Limited edition. Yes, this was a big deal. I got this at No Name Record. Picture disc. So again, I need to tally this up. I need to do like an inventory, like a direct inventory of all the Marillion. And then Kaylee, the 7-inch single, which I showed again in that Marillion video a few years back, has Lady Nina as the B-side, which I know I have the 12-inch, I believe, too. The 12-inch, I think, might be different. The artwork is the same on the front, but I think the track list might have a little more, because it's a 12-inch versus 7-inch. You can fit more information on a 12-inch. So 85, Kaylee, of course, the biggest Marillion song, the really only hit. So Typhoon on Record Store Day also at one point released Beat and Weathered / 100 Years version. This was 2015, so this, I don't think, this is before Offerings from 2018, but it was after White Lighter, which was 2013. So my guess is that these were two songs that didn't make White Lighter, or they just wrote them after White Lighter, and so I've got a few different Typhoon items, and they like their vinyl Typhoon. I'll have to do a Typhoon video. I don't have Sympathetic Magic, the most recent. I also do not, I'll say no, I don't have the debut album. I've never even heard, I guess it came out like in 2005 maybe, something like that. So, yeah, because of this video, and my time is, I'm up against the clock to an extent right now. I'm gonna have to do a part 2 because I've got at least 15 or so or more left in there. So, but thank you for watching. Go ahead and give it a like and subscribe, and see you next time.